What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Very Honest Shenanigans. I'm Frank, and we're back
And
here.
I'm Matt. What's up? We're here with the Jukebox Shenanigans!
And today we are continuing our epic The Musical Saga, and we are on Saga, the Ocean Saga. And we'll be starting off with the song Storm by Jima. The animatic will be done by Jima. And we'll be following up that with Luck Runs Out Animatic by Crashite. I'm super excited to get back into recording this. I love this.
And we're gonna say this every time, every episode. I've seen anything up until the Thunder Saga. I've heard the music from the Wisdom Saga. Frank has heard some of the songs, not all of them, and they were all out of order. So he has no idea anything about the story. He's never seen any of these animatics before. Up until this point, obviously, we've seen all the ones prior to this. Yes, you know the drill.
But that being said,
Francis.
With that being said, if you have yet to check out the original, not only song but video, we are going to link those down in the description, or there'll be title cards up in the corner here. So make sure you guys check those out first, then come back, show the team some love, and with that, Matt, I'm ready to go. Are you?
I am also ready to go.
Then let's start
Ocean Saga. Hold on, I'm struggling to find the button.
Where button?
Please. Wait. There it is.
It's already a nice dark. Ooh,
also,
horn section?
Yeah, first signs of horn, I think. I don't think we've heard horn before.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think I've heard it. Uh-oh.
These waves and tides have grown.
This year's guitar's back.
Is it nature or divine or a blessing in disguise?
Sir, how can a storm be a blessing in disguise? Just curious.
Could hide their exit, because remember they were leaving the Cyclops' island. Although he did, he did kind of dox himself, but you know. Yeah, I like how everything's dark right now. It's probably nighttime, or you know, yeah, I think it's just night.
Yeah,
or just
it might be night, or it might be representation of like a darker tone, because the song kind of has like a darker tone to it, kind of.
Yeah,
like,
that too.
Well, I actually no. Now that I think about it, it's neither of those things. It's a storm. All those clouds blocking the sun.
I was about to say it could be storm clouds just covering.
Yeah, that's
dark.
Whoops, overthinking over here.
Yeah, here we go.
You're sure about that?
Are you sure? I don't think it is. We still got a couple more sagas to go.
Which we've never seen before.
I love how the animator here is making the eyes glow throughout the night. That's a really cool detail.
Race for a storm.
Yeah, like the eyes are glowing through the storm. That's really could show a lot of focus into the next task. I also like the little water spout on him, the drops.
The water drops from like the wind and the waves and everything. Yeah. I have a really funny story about this song. There was the hurricane that hit over here. So of course, as soon as the storm hit, I immediately put on Storm. So as the storm was starting to hit, it was just brace for a storm.
As your roof slowly starts to lift up. Brace for a storm.
Brace for a storm. With hope so close, we must keep pushing forward. Full speed ahead.
Bring that back. Same for the full speed. Full speed ahead.
Did you? I didn't hear that. Hold on. No, hold on. Let me get in the zone. I was too busy vibing.
With hope so close, we must keep pushing forward. Full speed ahead.
Oh, okay, yeah, I knew that was there. I just was so out of focus.
Tread where the tide is flat, and then you will be safe. Captain, we will capsize with these waves. Our fleet will fail. Have them follow my ship. I'll ensure that we prevail.
Why would that be me on a pirate ship if there was a storm? Everyone's like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. We're taking too much damage to survive.
This is gonna cost us too much money to repair. I like how the second in command is very pessimistic about everything. Just every time Odysseus says something.
Odysseus is like, tread where the tide is flat and we'll survive. Eurylochus, we're taking too much damage.
Cap, can we just like anchor it right here? Just wait it out. I mean, is there really a point for us to continue now?
Well, I'm pretty sure in sailing, it's really bad if you anchor during a storm.
Yeah. Well, first of all, if you have an anchor to even reach in the bottom, depending on where they are.
Correct. But even if you did, because it would technically pull you down, and then the waves would just kind of crash over you and push you further down and down.
You have to get past the storm or find your way around. You have to navigate through or out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but what I'm saying here is it's kind of a little bit different from the last time we did see the second in command after Pt6 died.
Pt6. Get the name right.
He's dead, man.
He died for you.
He's in the past. We need to move on ahead. Okay, that's what we need to do. Full speed ahead. Yeah. But when we saw him last in that animatic, the animator kind of had him in some way show a bit of proudness, not in the sense of he was happy about what happened, but more in the sense of he has to keep a cool head for his men. Now cut to this, they're in the middle of the storm, and he's flat out like, yo, Cap, we're gonna die over here. So it's an interesting little switch on his part. If you
he may have been looking proud of the moment, less so of like, I need to look cool for my men, but proud maybe that Odysseus didn't like of his choice that he made.
Right, I'm not saying he's proud in that sense.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I don't think maybe he was trying to, put on the face of oh everything is fine, because I really didn't get that from that, but it's possible.
I think so. I think that's the case. Because again, like everyone else was depressed in that scene. He was the only one like, okay, let's just go, let's just move, focus on something else right now. Not saying he didn't feel any impact from it. He obviously did.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was just saying I just didn't think he was putting it on for the crew. I think he was just.
I mean, for Odysseus.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. That could be a possibility.
We're taking too much damage to survive. We'll beat this storm. At this rate, we won't make it out alive. Help to
Boots.
An island in the sky.
I love how Odysseus is like, all right, an island in the sky, and the second command's like, oh god, it's an island in the sky.
Oh god, an island in the sky.
That's not home.
Here?
That's not home. Can we go, Cap? We need to leave now. This can't be good for us.
Cap. Cap. Odie. Last time we saw an island and we stopped on it, you found lotus. Yeah. And then you almost ate the lotus. And then you talked to the lotus eaters, and they were like, go to the cave, the scary cave. And you're like, you know what? I heard scary cave. You know what? Let's go to the scary cave. And then they went to the scary cave on another island. And then people died on that island. So you know what? Yeah, let's go into the floating island.
But I had 600 mounts to feed, as you recall, and you have said. Yes, but now there's less to feed, thanks to the decision back on that island. I think we skipped this one, Cap. Just my opinion.
I think we skip.
Just grab the harpoons.
No.
As many as you can find.
No harpoons.
What do you have in mind? We're gonna shoot for the sky.
Oh god. Now that's a more accurate depiction of this.
That's an accurate picture of the face that would be made in that situation.
Is a crazy frame to freeze on. Let's think about Odysseus' plan here. We're in the middle of a storm. There's a floating island. Let's get up to that island. You and I, man, just discussed. It's not the best idea to anchor your ship in a storm.
Okay, well that's different because he's not necessarily anchoring the ship.
Well, it's gonna
down. He's anchoring it up
to the sky. I'm assuming.
Right, which will technically, because it's in the sky, technically when the waves bounce and push up, it's not going to push your ship down because your ship's not anchored to the ground.
To grab the ship and rip it.
Well, I don't think that's it.
Because
if you're anchoring up
we're in a world
down.
where the Cyclops has a club, and the deity of warriors or war just kicked him out. So I'm not gonna put anything past the fact that there might be a strong enough wind to freaking rip their ship apart.
I mean, maybe. Who knows?
So floating island, okay? I'm just putting that out there.
The island in the sky.
Sky.
What do you have in mind? We're gonna shoot for the sky.
What?
Everyone grab a harpoon and aim it high. We're shooting for the island in the sky. In the sky.
I say this every time, but the high notes. Impeccable. Impeccable.
The amount of air you need to sustain the high notes for that long and at that volume is crazy. Your diaphragm, you are really pushing your diaphragm there. He's got to have like really strong core muscle to pull that off.
He's out here belting those notes.
Okay.
Belting those notes. Also, can we talk about how strong you have to be to throw a harpoon from the deck of a ship to an island? In the sky.
Just so we're aware, in the sky. I'm assuming it's not like 30 feet above them. Either. It's probably like
no, I'm assuming it's probably above the clouds, because it would make the most sense, because you would want to try to get out of the storm.
Whoever threw that deserves a medal, man.
They deserve a raise.
Put that guy in the back and make him just throw javelins or spears the entire time. What did the ancient Greeks have? Whatever it was. Or pikes or whatever. Just have them throw it in the back. Make it the new archer. Do you guys need a bow? No, we have this guy. Just guy with one big muscly arm.
Paramedes! throw the javelins!
Paramedes will throw the javelin as Ajax runs away.
As Ajax gets smushed today. They hit the island.
All right,
this
cool.
little fucker.
Yeah, I have to agree with this sentiment there, but yeah, it's cool animatic. Most of the designs have been staying consistent from what I remember, which is pretty good. Although this guy, the second of Queen's, a little more rounded in the facial structure. That's not bad. Just a little note, just something I noticed. I will say though, I completely understand the have him on the deck of the ship flat out. We're done. We're dead. Maybe if I was the director or animator, I would probably have him not do that, but like grab Odysseus and kind of be like, "We're done. No more adventures for you, bud." That's my.
Let's just make it home.
That's just me. That's that becomes of the person's taste. But otherwise, the animatic is great.
I think him falling onto the deck of the ship and like hands on his head, like we're not making it home alive. That kind of I feel like that fits the line really well. Like he's like, we're not making it home alive, buddy.
It fits the line. To me, a little bit better characterization would have been that. But yeah, that's fine. Otherwise, saying the animatic is great. It clear. Shows what it needs to show. And the song was great. The song was a lot of fun. Very hype. I'm definitely adding this to that playlist.
Yeah, that playlist. How long is that playlist now, Frank? Like 6 years?
Could be. It's not as long as yours.
No, I don't think anyone can come close to my playlist. I think
by the time you start yours, your grandchildren will be able to finish it.
I'll start listening to it now, and I'll keep adding songs as we go, from all this stuff.
Just every day.
And by the time I get to the end of that playlist, I'll be like, I'll be like 90 and I'll be like 1/4 of the way done.
You must you must finish what I have started.
Carry on the legacy. The legacy of the playlist is yours.
Full speed ahead.
Great the world with open arms.
Open arms. Oh, it's great.
Oh, okay, all right. Let's get to the next one. Luck runs out.
Now, luck runs out. I have heard this song before, but I have not seen the animatic for it. I heard the song.
No.
This one I haven't.
There we go.
Okay. I have seen, I have not seen the animatic for this, but I have heard this song before. It's a great song. I'm really curious to see how the animator handles this, and the animator is Crashite. So, let's see what you got, Crash.
Let's see what you got, Crash.
Already, it's a lot brighter of a scene.
So
So this could actually mean that they're in the eye of the storm.
I think that, yeah, right under the island.
You've heard the legends of the island in the sky.
Oh,
This
wow.
proves they're true.
That animation was
We're in
dope.
the home of the wind god.
We don't know for sure.
How many floating islands have you seen before?
Wow,
I
they're putting
just
a lot
love-
more animation into this than the
Yes.
previous ones. That's
I love
great.
that. I also love the line of this is the home of the wind god. You can't be sure. How many have you seen before?
How many flying eyes have you seen before? Okay. Yeah, again, the second in command really does make. It's kind of like the what is it? I said pessimistic. That's true, but
He's really the anchor, kind of. He's like
yeah, it's like the
more
reality.
grounded in like reality.
Yes, that's what he's Odysseus' reality anchor. Like, okay, bud, let's chill it. This is probably not good news.
And Polites was Odysseus' happiness anchor. Uh-oh.
Rip.
Rip.
Odysseus is very happy here.
We're in the home of the wind god.
We don't know for sure.
How many floating islands have you seen before? This is the home of the wind god.
And what's your plan?
I'm gonna climb to the top and ask him for a hand.
You could be caught off guard and lose your life, or piss off this god and infuse us with strife. Don't forget how dangerous the gods are.
Have faith, friend, we've come this far.
Yes, but how much longer till your luck runs out? How much longer till the show goes south? How much longer till we all fall down? You rely on wind and people die on it. Whoa.
That line right there is my favorite line of this entire song. You rely on wit and people die on it, because it could mean a few things. First, it could be a reference to the death of policies from before. It could also mean the same thing for their enemies, because they're always outwitting the enemy, as we saw in the Troy saga with the wooden horse. So it's
Yeah, you
such a-
rely on wit and people die on it. So it's
People
either
die.
your friends or your foes. It doesn't matter who it is, people
which
die
is
on it.
also, in a way, a great tie back to Zeus's warning of you're gonna have blood on your hands, but it's up to you whose it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. The blood on your hand you won't lose. All you can
You get to
choose
choose is whose.
is whose.
Yeah, so that to me is probably the most important line in this song. Definitely my favorite line. And
I think I'll mention it later, but there's other things that I think are also good to think about in the song.
People die on it. Whoa.
I still believe in goodness. I still believe that we could be kind. Lead from the heart and see what starts.
And what will we do when it tears us apart?
Where is this coming from?
that is such a great cue from the animator. Oh.
I was gonna pause. I was gonna see if you noticed.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened?
So on that line, he reached out to the band of policies, and remember, we call back to the animatic from what was it? Remember them. He took his band and put it on himself.
He put it on his arm.
We put it on his arm
in that one, but
right. But it's a nice callback to that, and it's reaffirming a point of like, hey, maybe we don't explore this time, or maybe
Well, so what I picture this as is that is a symbolism of his mentality right now of I still believe in goodness. I still believe that we can be kind. And if you watch here,
we do when it tears us apart.
He's trying to remove the headband, symbolizing like he's like, yeah, I understand that you think that we should be good and kind, but like,
how well does that work for us right now?
Yeah, let's take this off.
Because in the Troy saga, in the Horse and the Infant, when they were ruthless, they were winning, they were doing good. Now the one, at least for what we see, the one time he's nice, it not bit him in the ass.
Right.
What we do when it tears us apart.
Where is this coming from, my friend?
I just don't want to see another life end. You're like the brother I could never do without.
And suddenly you doubt that I could figure this out.
Captain, how much longer till your luck runs out? How much longer till the show?
I actually love here that they had the chorus singing "How," and the second in command is finishing the line, because it could be the sentiment of the entire crew. Like, okay, how much longer?
That's what I was going to point out once we got to this section, so we got a little bit closer, because they did this earlier too. It's kind of like showing how Eurylochus is like voicing his opinion later. How much longer until this luck runs out? Yeah. And the rest of the crew is overhearing this, and some of them are like, how much longer?
It's like he's speaking for the crew. The crew wants to ask a question, but he's speaking for them. Because he's probably the only one that Odysseus would listen to.
Right, and obviously the crew is Eurylochus' instrument.
Right. Yes.
So it makes sense. But it's also like important to note that there's I guess seeds of doubt being planted in the rest of the crew. It's like, how much longer until luck runs out? How much longer until the show goes south?
Right. So not only lyrically is it happening, but musically as well, we're hearing this.
And also in the animatic visually, as we're now getting to the section, we're showing more and more of the crew kind of looking in at this conversation.
The crew is becoming more detailed now. Slowly and surely with each song, we're seeing more and more of them. Which is very cool. Sorry, go ahead.
How much longer till we all fall down?
That's a great blues.
And people die on
Can we pause on that?
How much longer till the snake breaks? How?
Could you go back when he's towering over him? Right there. This is great visually, because it's like reality really, like, he's trying to get him to notice, like, hey, man, you need to stop for a moment and actually look at the situation, right? So not only do we see, because he's not really angry here, right? He's not really threatening Odysseus. He's just like trying to reach out to him and like trying to get him to look at reality. So he's like now he's like overcasted on top of him, like.
And not only that, this is actually a running joke, because Jay, the voice of Odysseus, is actually shorter than all of the other characters that have been chosen to voice everyone else. So just in every animatic, you can always see that Odysseus is slightly shorter than everyone else.
That's kind of funny. I didn't know that.
You learn something new every day.
Much longer till we all fall down. You rely on which, and people die on it. Whoa, how much longer till the snake breaks free? How much longer till your great day sees? How much longer till...
That is a beautiful moment. Can we back it up just a little bit?
Yeah, where do you want it? Like right here?
Right there. We'll listen to that line again.
You rely on which, and people die on it. Whoa, how much longer till the snake breaks free? How much longer till your great day sees?
I'm trying to figure out why they focus on the bag there when it says snake breaks free. It could be either just trying to show, hey, running on low on food rations because they didn't get any last island. As far as I know, anyway.
Well, they did. They if you remember at the end of of Survive, it was no, remember, let's take the sheep and away we go.
Okay.
Right, let's take the sheep and away we go.
Right.
So they did get food.
So now I'm trying to think, why would they cut to this bag? And then why did the animator decide to cut to the bag here and then show us a memory or not a memory,
It is a memory because it was a memory from the end of the Trojan War when they beat Troy.
Right.
And maybe the answer to that will be answered at some point.
Right.
How much longer till your strength takes leave? You rely on wish and people die on it. Whoa.
Thank you for the concern, but brother, I can assure you, our
Straight into
journey
business
is
mode of
almost
like.
done. I understand that we're.
Hold on.
You look like you were gonna say something.
No, I'm might be a very, very big reach. When the second in command is the chorus is singing, we get the piano in the background, right?
Mm-hmm.
The piano's Athena's motif. So I was trying to think if there was a reason why that's the case, because in Goodbye, My Goodbye, right? What you call it? She was kind of like trying to get Odysseus to see the reality of his situation, in that like what he did wrong, that led to all that, to them obviously separating. So theoretically, why would you have a piano in the background there? My theory was maybe in the same way that Athena is like kind of being realistic, so is the second in command, so that could be a call to that. Because now when Odysseus comes in, there's no piano, there's just his guitar, and obviously like the other surrounding instruments.
Right. I mean, that's possible.
It could be a reach, but
it's possible. It's totally possible. That's not a theory that I've heard before, but who knows? That could be a right theory. You could be the first. You heard it here first, folks. Frank is the first to have a theory.
Ever. There's never been any theory anywhere before this. There's definitely no YouTube channels completely dedicated on theories or anything like that. No. This is the first time.
Whoa. Thank you for the concern, but brother, I can assure you, our journey is almost done. I understand that we're tired. I understand that we're phased.
But also, it's now him like taking the situation and being like, all right, like, I gotta put on a show in front of these people. Thank you for the concern. Everything is fine.
Yeah, it could be that.
But don't forget how much we've already faced. I took 600 men to war, and not one of them died there.
Which is crazy.
Needed a reminder. If you'd like to speak more, let me pull you aside then. I need to talk to you in private.
That's a great visual cue.
I can't have you planting seeds of doubt. I
can't have you. Yeah.
Hold on, one second. When this starts, I want to say that you hear the guitar going like digga digga dun dun, like the one from the Horse and the Infant when it first started. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen.
I can't have you planting seeds of doubt. I can't have you disagreeing each route. I need you to always be devout and comply with this, or we'll all die in this. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And that's a good line too, because from most of the songs here, the second command always question Odysseus's move. Like, we saw that going to the island in full speed ahead, right?
Yeah, when he was like, let's just raid the place, and Odysseus was like, no.
No, we don't need more men to die. Well, what if you don't come back? Well, then 600 people can to burn this place down. So we know he has that. And from that line, I can't have you playing Seeds of Doubt. We also learned something very interesting about this the crew, the dynamic between the crew and the second in command. From that line, we can tell that the crew listens and shares a lot of sentiments with the second in command.
They're closer with the second in command than they are with
Odysseus. So that's a great lyric. Oh my God, I'm sorry. That's just great lyrically to show that. And if you wondered, is that actually the case? Well, don't forget, in the chorus, every time the second in command is asking a question, it's the crew that's asking how, and he's saying much longer till your luck runs out. How much, So that just also reaffirms it. Also in the animatic, right before that, in the middle of the line, before he says, "I need to talk to you." Notice how his facial expression changes. Like, "Hey, you gotta get downstairs right now." And why is Odysseus being like this? Well, he has to be. He's the leader. He can't have. And when you're a leader, especially in a military group or any group that's dealing with very high
you can't show like weakness or something that.
It's not even that. It's if you don't have faith in your command, you're not doing anything, or you're more likely to get to be destroyed, or it'll crash and burn from within. It's actually, I know I brought this up before, but there's a show called Generation Kill, and they actually talk about this topic. There's a problem going on with one of the lieutenants and the captain. They're bickering back and forth, and then what they start to see is that the Marines in that unit starting to pick sides. That separates the cohesiveness of the group. If that happens here, they already lost some guys based on a bad call by Odysseus, right? If the second in command is planting Seeds of Doubt into the crew, or he questions an order, one order question can mean the biggest difference between life and death for the crew. And that can go both ways. Either it was good that they ignored, or it was bad that they ignored. Either way, they have to have complete total faith and confidence in their commanding officer. And if the second command is causing a divide in that needs to be squared away, or that needs to be solved real quick. Otherwise, there's going to be major issues going forward. And when Odysseus is thinking straight and does have a plan that could help them, they're going to be more likely to follow him and not question him, thereby getting more men killed.
Yeah. I always enjoyed the end of the song. I always pictured Odysseus standing there with Eurylochus, and just like every time he said "I," he like pokes him in the chest, like, yeah. I can't have you disagree each route,
I. Yeah, and
like pushing him back with his hand.
Before, when we saw the second in command hover over and like overshadow the captain at that when he was saying, I think it was during the chorus. Here, even though he shorted them, and he's like moving back, like he's actually. Yeah, you can also see. I'm pretty sure he also grabs his shoulder and then like kind of like pulls him like squeezes. Yeah. Yeah. So now Odysseus is retaking charge at this moment, which he has to do as a leader. He needs to. Right, and then he obviously ends with like asking, "Okay, like." Okay, like. You gonna follow me now? Like, you could tell in his facial expression, he's like, okay, like, are we done here? Yeah, is this it? You're gonna listen to what I say now?
Okay. Thank you.
And it's not out of malice that he's saying this, or he's asking this question, or that he's acting this way. He needs to have his second command have his back. And because I'm pretty sure Odysseus knows that the men will listen to the second command more. So if the second command has Odysseus's back, because I think the second command is more like the go-between. Like Odysseus will tell the second command, "Hey, this is what we're doing." Yeah. Because there's a bunch of ships. It's not just 600 men on one ship. So there has to be ways to communicate back and forth between the ships. And I feel like Eurylochus is kind of that go-between between ship 1 and ship 2. All right, but this has been Ocean Saga Part 1. We're getting into it. We got 2 more left in the Ocean Saga, and then we got 2 more sagas for Act 1. Yep.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Almost done with
Hope
that.
you guys
one.
enjoyed.
Hey, Honest Fam, if you enjoyed the chaos and fun today, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more wild adventures.
Remember, if you let us shenan once, we'll shenan again. So stick around for more last and unexpected twists.
Got any ideas for our next shenanigan? Drop them in the comments below. Until next time, keep it honest and keep it fun.
Goodbye.
Peace.